Hi, I'm Josef Haber from Flying Tortoise BaGuaZhang. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about stepping. Stepping and footwork are very important to every system of BaGuaZhang. Two steps in particular are universal in all of the Bagua families. These are the KouBu, or closing step, and BaiBu, or opening step. If you look over some of the other videos on this YouTube channel, you'll notice that there are many other steps utilized besides just the closing and the opening step. In most of the Bagua families, these are unnamed and just part of the form. But in the Cheng family, many of these steps have specific names and detailed instruction on how to utilize them. During my most recent trip to Beijing, I had the opportunity to sit down with 5th generation Cheng style Master NiRouHua and ask him why it is that the Cheng family has these name steps, whereas other families don't. According to Shifu, this is because Liu Bin and the other masters of the 3rd generation felt the Bagua footwork and stepping patterns were too precious to risk losing over time. So they took it upon themselves to canonize them in such a way that they be preserved and accessible for future generations. And it's a really good thing they did, because given how chaotic China turned out to be in the years following Liu Bin's life, with the Cultural Revolution and the persecution of martial arts and really culture in general in China, there's a very decent chance that this information would have been lost. So today we're going to focus on the 8 steps that Liu Bin and the 3rd generation felt were most important. These are the KouBu, the BaiBu, XiangBu, YeBu, Tui Bu, KuaBu, HengBu, and DaoBu. The KouBu and BaiBu are shown here together because they are virtually inseparable. One is the coil, the Kou, the other is the release, the Bai. Together they form really the heart and soul of all Bagua footwork. Without them, you don't get the deep body connection and rootedness that is so intrinsic to every family style of BaGuaZhang. The Xiang Bu, though very common in many martial arts, in particular Xingyichuan, is very important to the practice of BaGuaZhang. Bagua is a circular coiling art, and the Xiangbu is a rapid linear charging movement. When these two elements come together, it adds a whole new and powerful dimension to the practice of BaGuaZhang. Next, we have the YeBu. The YeBu is a deep, powerful, coiling, twisting motion. It's commonly seen with the Bagua Dao, as seen in this video. The YeBu is performed by lowering the stance, stepping in deep with the opposite foot so the two knees are touching. So the patella of one knee is pressing into the popliteal fossa of the other. From here, the body coils, roots into the ground, and releases, eviscerating with great gusto anything in its path. Tui literally means pull, and the Tui Bu does just that. The Tui Bu is a great way of pulling an opponent off balance, or as in this video, dislodging your Bagua Dao from somebody else's torso, which, can be useful. The KuaBu is a sideways strafing step And in combat, this is hugely helpful. The KuaBu can help you to move laterally to avoid an attack and find a new vector of approach. The KouBu is also just quite different from every other step in BaGuaZhang. Thus, it's also useful to simply throw your opponents off their game. The HengBu, seen here in the Tian or Liangua of the four sides, four corners form, is a nifty step. The first step plants, whereas the second, as you can see in the video, reaches deep, trapping the opponent's leg on the top of the foot. From here, you can pull back with that trapping foot, knocking your opponent off guard. The hand pattern in the Liangua also adds a great rib shot to the equation. The DaoBu is very, very similar to the YeBu. It employs the same mechanics, the same base movement. The only real difference is the DaoBu is much, much deeper. So off the DaoBu, as seen in this video, you can use it for a kick to the shin. You can trap it behind your opponent's ankle and pull him to the ground. The move is very, very versatile and a lot of fun. So those are the 8 named steps from the Cheng system of BaGuaZhang. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for watching. Ganbei.